Okay, so ever find yourself just, scrolling like endlessly, that phone pull, right? Jumping from one app, one feed to the next, and then suddenly, wow, where did the last hour go? Or maybe even longer. I definitely know that feeling, that sort of tired of doom scrolling thing. It's real. Well, you're definitely not the only one. And today we're doing a deep dive into something kind of interesting, a tool built for exactly this. It's an app called Barrier, the free screen time focus app. Found it over on Product Hunt. So our mission today is pretty clear. Let's really unpack this thing. How does this apparently simple free app actually plan to help you, limit scrolling and get some time back? Okay, so the core idea, the promise, is basically to stop that mindless scrolling. The person who made it said they were just wasting way too much time scrolling. Sounds familiar, right? They actually built it for themselves first, what I think is pretty telling. And the main mechanism is, well, it's straightforward. It limits your time on specific apps. You choose which ones, those really addictive ones. Yeah, the ones that just pull you in. Limits them to just 10 minutes at a time. And after that, 10 minutes, boom, the app locks.
Right. It puts up that barrier, literally.
Yeah.
But what's really fascinating here, I think, is the pause feature. That's where the psychology kicks in. So to unlock an app after it locks, you can't just jump right back in.
Oh, really? What happens?
You're actually forced to wait 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, that doesn't sound like that long, but I guess in the moment.
Exactly. It feels longer when you want that instant hit. And it's not random. The maker explicitly says it gives your brain a moment to rethink the itch, that urge to open something just 'cause.
All right.
It's meant to break that automatic habit, to kind of snap you back to reality, as they put it.
So that little pause, that friction is key.
Yeah.
Can you maybe expand on that? Like, how does just 30 seconds really rewire anything or break a habit? It seems almost too simple.
Well, it taps into something called automaticity.
Yeah.
Our brains love shortcuts, right?
Okay.
Habit loops. Cue, routine, reward. Scrolling often starts with a cue, maybe boredom, a notification, just picking up the phone. The routine is the scrolling itself, often mindless, and the reward, that little dopamine hit, something new, whatever.
Novelty.
That 30-second delay, it shoves itself right into that loop. It forces a pause where usually there's just an automatic reaction. Think of it like a small speed bump on a road you drive every day without thinking. Suddenly you have to slow down, you notice the road again. It creates a tiny space for conscious choice.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And the effectiveness. They claimed users see something like 70% less screen time. That's huge. Is that really just down to the pause, or is there maybe something else going on with the app? And importantly, it's free, right?
Yes, completely free, which is great. And that 70% figure, if accurate for those users, is pretty striking. I think it highlights the power of consistent, even small friction. It's not just the pause itself, maybe, but the fact that it's always there for those apps.
The consistency.
Exactly. Most of us know we scroll too much, but willpower, well, it fades. This app provides that consistent external structure. It repeatedly breaks the reflex, forcing that micro decision. Are you sure you want to open this now? It puts you back in charge, not the app's notification or your boredom.
That's a really powerful way to put it. And it's pretty cool knowing the origin story, too. Like, the maker just built it for themselves initially, facing that same struggle we talked about.
Yeah.
But then friends were like, hey, you should release this, which shows just how widespread this issue is. And good news for computer users, too. They mentioned a desktop version is planned. Should be out within the next few weeks, apparently.
Yeah.
So that friction idea could spread beyond the phone. So wrapping up on Barrier, it seems like a really elegant, zero-cost approach. Introduces this tiny but potentially really powerful pause. Helps you stop scrolling, maybe start living a bit more.
Yeah, and it leaves you with a really interesting thought, doesn't it? If this tiny deliberate pause, just 30 seconds, can potentially cut screen time so dramatically by maybe 70%. It makes you wonder what other maybe small adjustments or bits of friction could you build into your own day, in other areas where you want more control or want to build better habits.
Exactly. It really makes you think about the surprising power of just stopping for a second, deliberately interrupting ourselves. Food for thought, definitely.